All right. This next story should not be a story.
Whoa.
Rumor: the Orville's Seth MacFarlane and NBC walk out of Star Trek sales meeting. I love Star Trek.
Seth MacFarlane's a freaking genius, man.
And the Orville is better, in my opinion. I gotta be honest. I did not watch a lot of the new Star Trek because
Discovery.
because I've watched a few minutes and been like, "Ugh."
Really?
I
liked it. I saw the first season.
And you liked it.
I did. I liked it.
You know that, like, apparently they
good.
got accused of stealing the idea from some video game called Tardigrades.
Never heard of the video game, but
There's like an old video game, like a DOS or like Windows game, where you can travel around the universe or the galaxy using the
network.
the network order, and that's what Discovery was like, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Which is really weird considering Star Trek was always about warp technology, and they seemingly injected this weird storyline into it.
Well, it's the next evolution of warp technology, basically. It's where there's a network that connects basically the entire universe, and they can ride along it. It's kind of without, I don't want to spoil.
But what about the Borg network? Remember?
No, I don't remember. What was that all about?
That was the end of Voyager.
But
I
that's
guess.
them traveling
the transwarp corridors. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so the Borg had transwarp corridors.
I never finished Voyager.
Anyway, the story is a 4chan rumor, and here's my favorite media like double standard. If someone on 4chan says, guys, Seth MacFarlane had a meeting with NBC, it's a rumor.
Yeah.
But if someone says, guys, Bernie Sanders is being robbed by the DNC, it's a conspiracy.
That's funny.
And so they will, right. So right now you have these comic book sites all saying like, what an interesting thought. What an interesting idea. And I'm sitting here crossing my fingers saying, please, Seth, please, Seth, save Star Trek.
Save Star Trek.
The Orville is awesome.
I hear the Picard show is not very good.
Apparently, it's got good Rotten Tomato scores, but bad everything else.
I haven't seen it yet.
This is what they talk about. So apparently, one of the reasons in the rumor that Seth was talking to CBS and Seth and NBC was because the screeners for Picard rated really, really poorly.
Oh, okay.
And the network CBS was like, this is crazy because even a general audience tends to like whatever show this is.
Yeah, yeah.
But Trek fans hated it.
Well, that's pretty huge. You got to have the Trek fans like it.
Yeah, but they don't care about the core fan bases anymore. That's the problem. Because here's the thing, man. Listen.
Well, who's watching the show then?
Well, the idea they have is Star Trek fans will watch it no matter what. We need to attract non-Trek fans for a bigger audience.
Okay.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, are you a Star Trek fan?
Absolutely.
You didn't watch Discovery?
I know.
So how does that make sense then?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they're not watching it. The Star Trek fans aren't watching the new Star Trek show.
Because they abandoned the core fan base's desires for what the show is supposed to be and turned it into something different to attract someone else. And for me, I was like, I don't want to watch this.
I felt it was Star Trek.
Well, admittedly,
Star Trek
I didn't get into it, because I was kind of like. But let's read, because there's another rumor about what Seth MacFarlane would do if he acquired Star Trek. So Bounding into Comics says, a new rumor details that Seth MacFarlane and his new team at NBC walked out of a Star Trek sales meeting. The rumor, which was posted to 4chan, details that MacFarlane and his team at NBC had a meeting with CBS to discuss the sale of Star Trek to NBC Universal. The meeting was scheduled for 2 hours, but ended up being done in half an hour when MacFarlane and company walked out of the meeting.
So wait, is this a rumor? I mean, or did this happen? I don't know. It sounds like this actually happened.
Nah, dude, it's someone posting on 4chan. Look,
yeah. Okay.
So it's probably not real.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Like 4chan even says nothing on the site is real. You know what I mean? Like it's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
MacFarlane and his team reportedly walked out due to CBS's price being far, far in excess of what Seth was expecting. The poster claims CBS's price was so high because they are emboldened by positive reception of Picard. Interesting.
What positive reception?
Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
They do note that MacFarlane and NBC did offer their own price and claimed it was fair. The offer allegedly included all rights to movies and TV, except those held by Bad Robot. CBS did not outright reject the offer, according to the poster. Twitter user Angry Mr. Flibble shared the rumor on Twitter. Let me just stop you right there, okay? You got a 4chan rumor, then screen grabbed and posted to Twitter. I'm
4chan rumor.
In no way do I believe this is real.
Yeah, no.
But I'm crossing my fingers.
I want it to be
When
real.
I go to bed tonight, I'm going to cross my fingers, put it under my pillow. I'm going to take a silver coin, put it under my pillow as well. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but I'm going to do every superstitious mishmash I can and be like, please, Seth.
Please, Seth MacFarlane.
Orville's awesome. And, Orville,
I haven't seen it.
It's very much like TNG, like
Cool.
The Next Generation.
Yeah, I really like that show.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
I'll watch Picard. I need to check it out. Admittedly, I work nonstop all day, every day, so I haven't had time to do anything.
It's like I want to check out Picard and
maybe,
and see it for myself. Just maybe, make sure. I'm a Star Trek fan.
Why don't we skip the State of the Union? I mean, who cares?
We should watch Picard.
Who cares what the president has to say? I mean, we'll just watch the space sci-fi show and just. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna watch the State of the Union in a half an hour.
So see what the man has to say.
They say a previous rumor also shared to 4chan and then shared to Twitter by Angry Mr. Flibble, awesome name, detailed that MacFarlane was interested in acquiring the rights to Star Trek. The rumor indicates that CBS's Star Trek Picard was receiving negative feedback during test screenings. The poster, who claims they work for CBS, wrote, "First 5 episodes of Picard were test screened and received an average grade of C from general audiences and D from Trek fans. Oof. For reference, even our essayist, that's the swear, I can't swear on YouTube, programs will usually get a B from general audiences." Although they did note everyone is actually surprised how good some of the influencer comments on social media have been for the premiere, but we're putting it down to the open bar that was in the lobby. It's not just Picard, though. The higher-ups are essing themselves about Star Trek as a whole. The show currently has a 94% tomato meter rating from Rotten Tomatoes. I don't trust that. Critics gave the show an average rating of 8.06 out of 10. It has an 80% audience score, with the average being 4.1 out of 5. Now, that I kind of more willing to believe, but there's only 800, okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's where it gets weird. They say the score has an average weighted score of 8.8 on IMDb.
That's pretty high.
But then they say, however, those numbers seem to be massively inflated as the scores are significantly lower for both critics and users on Metacritic. The critics' Metascore sits at 77, while the user score is at 6.0 with 13 positive reviews, 6 mixed reviews, and 8 negative reviews. That's
no
really
reviews.
Bad. But it's barely any, right? So I don't know why they're going to act like, look, the Rotten Tomatoes has way more reviews, and so does the IMDb. Then look, this one's got thousands of good reviews.
Yeah.
I don't trust them though. I got to be honest.
Did you see the movies? Did you like the movies?
The new ones.
The new movies.
The Kelvin timeline.
Is that what it's called? The Kelvin timeline?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. Because it split when the Kelvin exploded. Or I think it was the USS Kelvin, right?
Yeah. And
right.
so, Nero goes back in time.
Right.
I did like them.
Yeah.
But I'm sad.
Why?
They wouldn't. I want to know what happened after, Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Next Generation, that whole saga.
Well, they could revisit all of them now.
Well, no. That brings me to the next rumor that's coming out from Angry Mr. Flibble.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
Mr. Flibble's all about it, yo.
I'm going to tell you this. Mr. Flibble, please let this be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
I hope he made it up, and Seth sat there going, that is a good idea.
That's a good idea. I should do that.
Look, I'll be honest, though. The rumors do make a lot of sense. I mean, it's 4chan rumor posted to Twitter, screen grab. It's not a lot of credibility.
No.
But Seth clearly is a huge fan of Star Trek.
Yeah.
He has the TNG characters on Family Guy all the time. He's doing the Orville, which people got mad. There was a funny review that said, I thought this was going to satirize Star Trek, not be Star Trek, with some jokes in it. And it's like, yeah, it's the Next Generation with jokes in it.
Right.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense because you can clearly see he's a big fan of the Next Generation.
Right.
That he would want to do this. Now, here's the new rumors. Check this out. Actually, I'll just jump to Mr. Flibble's tweets. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Apparently, I can't. Okay, I can. So this was posted to 4chan, and what's the date? Oh, whoa, there we go. It was posted. Where's the date on this? Today, I think. Or no, yesterday.
Yeah. Monday.
So this post says, I don't know about the current state of the discussions between CBS and NBC about acquiring Star Trek from Alex Kurtzman under Seth MacFarlane. What I do know, though, is that MacFarlane seems to be working under the impression that he'll have the franchise by 2022. Calls are being made, interviews with actors, writers and producers he's interested in. From outlines and agreements, he's already made several conclusions. He's already made several conclusions can be drawn. The Orville will not be canceled. But if he acquires Star Trek, he will kill off Ed and have Kelly take over as captain. All support for the Orville from Seth will be cut as he focuses on his true passion. He's made it clear that Discovery, Lower Decks, Section 31, Pike, and Starfleet Academy will all get the axe. Prodigy and Picard will see their full runs under Seth. He wants Scott Bakula back for a new Star Trek project, likely a limited series.
Dope.
He's in talks with William Shatner and Jonathan Frakes for a movie.
Dope.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would.
Michael Dorn has already said yes to heading his own series.
Okay.
This is like somebody wrote down their fantasy of what they wanted to see from Star Trek, and that's what it is.
Hey, that's okay. That's how you get things done, man. You put it in the air.
You put it in the air, man. It's like a dream board. You know those things where you just draw it up? All right, there's a little bit more. Flagship series. will be a new crew set in the ENT era, captained by Seth MacFarlane, playing a character loosely based on himself. Series is likely called Star Trek Flagship. Unlike previous Star Treks, he has no plan on this series ending. As long as people are watching it, he's willing to let it keep going until he retires.
I don't think anyone would be upset with that.
I believe it.
As long as it's good. I mean,
no. I mean, here's what, no. I was gonna say. I said I believe it, but here's what I believe. I believe this fits Seth's character.
Yeah.
But I believe someone who knows what a fan is can easily write this up.
True.
And if you're a big Trekkie, you're like,
you want to believe it too.
Well, but it's also easy to write.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about a lot of leaks when it comes to movies. Mm-hmm. You can create something plausible where people are like, that makes sense. He's a fan. He's doing the Orville. But that it is, it doesn't make sense.
It does seem plausible.
But it doesn't make sense.
No, what?
What would you do with the Orville? I mean, it's a big budget show.
Well, yeah, saying it won't be canceled, but you're going to kill off the main character and just let it keep running.
Because it's going to move, and then you're basically competing with yourself on a very similar IP.
That doesn't make sense. No, I don't see that.
No, let's be real. My heart is broken. The reality is somebody's just
pipe dreams,
tugging at our heartstrings, making us just wish. I've watched every the 90s series like several times.
I haven't finished Voyager. I'm almost done with it, but I've watched everything else.
But I've watched The Next Generation.
I've seen all of those.
Amount of times.
Yeah, I've seen every single episode.
It never gets old.
And all the movies.
Man,
I actually watched all of the original show also.
I didn't. I watched many of them, but I'm a much bigger fan of The Next Generation and Picard. And so that's why I've always been upset when they keep doing prequels.
Yeah.
And the alternate timeline. I'm just like, dude, you created this amazing universe and now you've just like left it behind.
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing they do with Star Wars. They do Star Wars and it's like everything happens at different intervals and I'm like,
what is going on?
Yeah, you're not allowing me to like feel involved.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Here's what I loved about The Next Generation. They did The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and they're happening concurrently.
Yeah.
And then you even had Worf like going to Deep Space Nine, right?
Yeah.
It was Deep Space Nine, Deep Space Nine, right?
Yeah, Deep Space Nine.
And he became his own captain.
Right.
Then he's in the movies, and so you feel like the story is moving forward.
Yeah.
What they did with the MCU, they had with the Star Trek universe. And this is what's crazy. So many studios have tried to do what the MCU is and failed. Like, has anyone really created a universe?
No,
a cinematic
really.
universe?
Yeah, not really, right. MCU is pretty huge.
And they had Star Trek. And they were like, we have this continuity, we have these ideas, we have these themes, these characters, and they easily could have been like, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Instead, they're like, we'll go back in time. And then Star Trek's doing this. Our Star Wars does the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what really bummed me out, too? I'll throw this one in for good measure. Have you seen the new Mummy with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Apparently, like, everyone thought it was bad.
I liked it.
I liked it.
I thought it was cool.
They were going to do the Dark Universe, where they were going to revive, like, Frankenstein, whatever, and
they did. He was in there. No.
Frankenstein?
No, not Frankenstein.
Dr. Hyde.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I thought that was
cool.
When Russell Crowe like finally becomes Hyde and he's like he stands up straight. And he's like his accent changes.
Like, whoa, cool.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a universe using the old Universal.
Why didn't people like that movie? What was that all about? I don't know.
But I was bummed by that too because I was really hoping they were going to do the Dark Universe.
Yeah,
it was going to be. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong because I don't follow this stuff as much as I follow like news and politics. But
yeah.
I thought it'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, I think so too.
They were going to do another series, and I think it was supposed to be like Bride of Frankenstein or something.
Yeah, they finished the movie like as if they could go on.
And it was supposed to. It was supposed to do all the new, the old Universal horror monsters, werewolf, mummy.
Man, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
With Tom Cruise as the head, like that'd be sweet.
Yeah. Well, whether or not these rumors about Seth MacFarlane are true, we can all.
They're not true. What's
going to happen is we're all gonna put out a glass of milk and cookies in the hopes that old Saint MacFarlane comes on the chimney with new episodes of Star Trek and a new following the history with Picard and everything.
Yeah.
And we're gonna curl up in our beds and we're gonna look up at the stars out our window and we're gonna like giggle and laugh.
We're gonna dream about the future again.
And there's gonna be like jingling, and then you're gonna wake up to Seth smiling over your bed holding a DVD or whatever it is, a digital download. I don't know. And you're gonna
I hope it doesn't go straight to DVD.
Thank you, Seth. Star Trek. All right. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or two. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, or Become a member of this channel, and for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts. Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.